In Ag News from agview.net, the U.S. economy continues to outperform expectations as stimulus funds fueling a robust consumer spending. Forecasts point to 7% GDP growth for 2021. That's the fastest rate of expansion since 1984, according to CoBank. The transition to less COVID restrictions, though, has begun, but the economy and rural industries, that won't be going back to any pre-COVID conditions. Researchers say the focus in Washington now is moving from crisis management to building for the future, and the outcomes will reshape rural economies. Meanwhile, CoBank reports the cyclical turn in grain pricing continues during the first quarter of 2021. It's picked up even further gains ahead of now spring planting. Farm supply retailers positioned to benefit from an exceptional strong spring agronomic season, outpacing fall and spring of last year. U.S. fuel ethanol sector has recovered, production running near 90% of pre-COVID levels. Chicken, beef, and pork all seeing strong demand and profitability, but dairy exports are struggling, mainly due to some shipping-related issues. American consumers feel agriculture can be part of the solution to climate change rather than just the problem. A Cargill Feed for Thought survey says those who indicated climate change is important to them rate livestock and agriculture lowest in negative impact compared to other industries regarded as significant contributors. Over 1/3 of the respondents expressed confidence in the industry's ability to limit its contribution to climate change. Survey responses came from consumers in the U.S., France, South Korea, and Brazil. Participants say transportation and deforestation were ranked as the greatest contributors to climate change. And U.S. corn exports in February hit 6.3 billion tons, or 248 million bushels, according to official census data. That tops 2008 record of the month by 17%, the largest monthly volume since July of 2018. January corn exports had missed the month's all-time high by just a handful of cargoes. December volume was the biggest in 13 years. That marked a much-needed reversal from the average export pace observed the first quarter of the 2021 marketing year that began back in September. Weekly export data suggests that March shipments reached an all-time monthly record by a long shot, likely topping 9 million tons, the largest ever volume, 7.75 million tons set in May of 2018. The March high, 6.7 million from 2017. More Ag News online at agview.net. We'll have more in a moment.